What was that juicy hometown high school rumor that turned out to be true? NSFW. That the biology teacher hated the principal so much that he repeatedly set the class tarantula loose to sway her away from visiting his part of the school. That the girl in my class had a sister a year older who had been locked in a closet since she was 5 years old. Turned out to be true, and mom and dad went to prison. The girl was mentally handicapped and they just decided to lock her in the closet and only let her out to clean out the closet. She ate in there and defecated in a bucket. The super smart girl who got into all the top schools was so depressed at an Ivy League because she was no longer the smartest person and had to drop out after one semester. It was a big deal because she scored an almost perfect SAT score and was the first in our high school to go there. There was a rumor that our app economics teacher was having an affair with our married app US history teacher. Rumor only grew steam when she filed for divorce just before graduation. 2 years after I graduated, my friend who worked at a daycare texted me a picture of the two of them dropping off her two kids. That this girl in grade 10 aged 16 stabbed her father around Christmas time. Everyone was talking about it and it turned out to be true. The administration would suspend anyone talking about it. Edit after going back and reading the article. Turns out the father was pronounced dead. Rumors also went around that she got locked up. For those asking for the link, how did the admin justify suspending students for just talking about it? Edit for people who don't wanna scroll down for the real answer. Canadian law protects the identity of convicted minors, so suspension was used to stop high school kids spreading the story and to keep the girl's identity private. Today I learned. Thanks Reddit. Wrestling coach owned a funeral home. A kid did an internship there and said the coach was selling body parts. Nobody believed him. Well, the coach is now in jail for selling organs and a shitload more things. Good old North Catholic. Edit. Yes, I'm talking about Northeast Catholic in Philadelphia. As far as the kid doing the internship, I should have called it an apprenticeship. I know he wanted to be a mortician. From what I recall, he washed the cars and drove the limo, and after graduation he was going to get involved with the actual procedures. There were rumors that a mystery kid was pooping in the janitoress closets. Everyone thought it was a stupid rumor until the principal made an announcement about it. They never caught the kid, but a few years later I found out who it was. It turned out to be a friend of mine. I was not shocked. This kid was strange. You could dare him to do anything, and he would do it. He once ate part of a dissected frog on a dare. Another time he almost chugged bleach, but the teacher stopped him. Too long didn't he read I was unknowingly friends with the mad pooper. That a 7th grader was bringing vodka in a water bottle and would drink it throughout the day. Yeah, turns out she brought 5 and got alcohol poisoning and had to be rushed to the hospital. Happened at my school, but it was the valedictorian and she had been injecting the alcohol into her morning orange. Edit. Wow, did not expect that. She had been a good kid. Her dad got really sick and died after junior year. After that she was not the same. She kept her grades, but was a bit of a shell. A zombie. Just going through the motions. Not many people knew about the orange thing. Even after that fact, I found out because one of my parents worked in the office and this girl's mom volunteered. People talk. Why was not I valedictorian? That is another story for another day. This one is really random, but here goes. That there was a group of kids, high school males, mostly football players, who called themselves the Ricky Lake Club, who would hide out in different classrooms, risking some serious detention time, to watch the late 90s Ricky Lake daytime talk show during lunch. A guy in my grade would constantly brag about this, and it became kind of a joke, but no one actually believed that it was a real thing because, I mean, come on. We had all be going to the lunchroom, and he had go, "Sorry guys, it is Ricky time," and run off. We all thought he was getting high or something. So it turns out, this did actually happen. Very frequently, and there were a substantial group of people sneaking off to do it. As I'm told, one kid whose mom worked in the front office stole a master schedule of the classrooms, revealing when they would be empty. Also, classrooms were never locked. This was well before 9/11. Lunch was at noon. which was when the show came on. The club president would be CC an email list each week saying what rooms to meet in on which days. Long story short, I was encouraged to join in the fun one day, so in disbelief I snuck out of the lunchroom to the back of the band room that chose an empty room that day, which somehow had a TV, and sure enough, there were about 25 high school age males going apeshit as quietly as possible at the TV watching the Ricky Lake show. Apparently this went on for all of my sophomore year without anyone finding out, until Mr. Turner, the computer teacher, stumbled in on the group and the whole thing fell apart like the end of Goodfellas. TLDR, an underground club at my high school called the Ricky Lake Club actually existed, where students utilized a stolen master classroom schedule to successfully dodge school authorities, to watch the daytime talk show, and quietly go apeshit in random classrooms around the school in secret for a whole school year. When my boyfriend was in high school, there was a sub there who was subbing while finishing college, whose mom had been a teacher at the school for years. This girl eventually ends up ducking half the football team and has pictures of her tits going around. They let her resign instead of pressing charges. I'm assuming because of her mom being there for so long, and because some of the students were of age. So a couple of weeks ago we hired a new attorney at the law firm I work for. It is her. When I was 13 years old, a girl and a boy from my class stopped going to school for some days. As silly kids as we were, we started joking that they were getting together to make babies and ended up missing the classes. The boy was just sick. The girl was actually pregnant. 18-year-old guy gets caught fingerblasting a 14-year-old in the upstairs hallway. For a whole 2 months or so no one was allowed upstairs during lunch. This happened last year, and this year all of the lockers and classes are moved downstairs. That a freshman girl popped her cherry with the wide part of a shampoo bottle. She took pictures and sent said pictures to a group of guys in the sophomore class, telling them to keep it private. Everyone saw and she wound up transferring. There were rumors that the 40-year-old bank teacher was romantically involved with a female student. All parties denied it, and the administration bought it, and apparently chalked it up to bullshit rumors from gossipy kids. A year after she graduated he left his wife and 2 kids and married her. Edit. One of the really odd things about this situation is that this student was smoking hot and really popular. She was our school's female track star, captain of the volleyball team, and an honors student. The teacher was middle-aged, a little overweight, and kind of an average-looking nerdy type. She seemed like the type that would have her pick of any guy she wanted. She was really sweet and made friends with everyone, though, so I'm sure she saw something in him that others did not. Edit 2. Wow. After reading the comments so far, I'm a little shocked to see that this is not really as uncommon as I thought. This took place in the Hudson Valley region of New York. A meeting of the Future Farmers of America Club at my high school turned into a massive oral sex orgy. It was just rumors for a while, until the administration confirmed it, and those involved were punished severely. Membership in FFA spiked though. Dude, did you hear about how the FFA club got busted for having a sex ring going on? What? Really? I cannot believe those rednecks started a sex club. That is ridiculous. I know, right? Yeah, right. So, if I'm gonna raise a goat, do you think I need to rent stable space, or can I just keep it in my backyard? I dunno. I'm thinking I will raise a steer, so I'm gonna have to get one anyway.